Good afternoon and welcome to the last webinar of the 2023 IHF Youth Coaches Education Week, where leading experts in the world of handball have shared their knowledge and experience over the last 7 days. My name is Adrian Costeu. I'm a member of the IHF media team and I will be your host today. I was also your host in the last days, of course, where we saw excellent webinars with expertise from Slovenia, Norway, France, and so on, the Faroe Islands, of course. And to begin with, we would like to let you know that this session is in English, but there are translations available in French, Spanish, and Arabic. It's very easy to choose your preferred language. Just go to the bottom of your Zoom app, click the interpretation icon, the globe icon, and choose your preferred language. After you click on it, then you will start hearing the translation. All these webinars, all these sessions fall under the umbrella of the IHF Education Center, which is available at ihfeducation.ihf.info. All these webinars are recorded and can be watched once again on demand on that website. I repeat, ihfeducation.ihf.info. In the last webinar of the 2023 IHF Youth Coaches Education Week, we will have a guest from Spain, and it is the coach of the Spanish team, which won the 2023 IHF Men's Youth World Championship. Stellar performance from Spain. Javier Fernández Lopez. Javi, por favor, the floor is yours. You can start your presentation.
Hi, thank you very much, Adrian. It's an honor to be here, and I share my desktop, okay? It's okay, you
Perfect.
can see my...
You can start now.
I started. Thank you very much. Well, first of all, I want to thank the International Handball Federation for inviting me. It's a pleasure and honor to be here. I want to say the first time apologize for my English, and it's something that I try to improve from now. I will try to explain how we work from the project of the Spanish Federation, and more specifically, the young national team, U19. Okay, I think that maybe in May or in April, I don't remember exactly, Jordi Rivera was here and explained the 5-1. Well, I anticipate that we work in the same area. All the national team work in the same line. And that presentation can see similar things. Each national team has its own characteristics that make that different from each other, either by our concept or by our characteristics of our player, because are different of the young, of junior, of senior team. But my idea is to give you a small upgrade of how we work in the national team, how we did with this difference in the last World Cup in Croatia. And we have lucky to win it, it is sent to you before starting. Without going into much detail, I will make a small introduction to myself. I am Javier Fernández. I have been a professional handball player for many years in Asobal League, and I think that more or less in 2014, I went to the dark side, to the coaches world, you know, and began collaborated with the Spanish Federation. I think that more or less in 2018, I am naming the head coach of young national team, and on the other hand, I have been in two different clubs. I think that the most known is Club Cisne Balonmano, that I am currently, and that is all. Okay. I forgot some about 1 month ago. I am the national coach of U21, the junior. Okay, that is all. We started with the presentation. Okay, the Spanish defense system. I think that Spanish defense characteristics of 5-1 have 3 different issues, that all of these are interconnected. For example, the zonal defense. First of all, the Spanish 5-1 defense is a zonal defense. This means that all defensive players have to know how to position themselves on the course. For example, make different changes. All the players have different rules that are interconnected. Okay, we will talk more about these issues, and you can see different video. The other characteristics is variable depth. This is a fundamental issue for us. Has to have a variable depth, and this has to do with several situations. And I insist that we will see videos. Okay, about this. We don't tell the player in a physics or a stiff system they can go, or how can go far or not far. All this situation has to do with the moment of the game, also our own player, or even with the rival player, or feeling that we have it. Do not worry, because okay, we explain with more detail, with more más adelante. And the third is adaptative. I say that I told you before, all the concepts are interconnected, but the defense has to be able to adapt both from the own point of view of the opponent. This has to do with feeling or moment in the game. The rivals, okay, see, rivals, my team, my player, and this one, okay. Can we see video? We started with the zonal defense. For example, this is the final of the World Cup. Here we see the first video of the final game against Denmark. You can see that is a zone defense. You can see the exterior, the advanced player, the central player, the right and left back, the second player. Okay. Each player with their defined position and areas of responsibility. And here is how we can build our defense. You can see in this video the depth is more or less in 10 meters. And here in the second video, you can see different than before, because the depth is a little bit higher than increase a little bit with the same rival. And here more, you can see another rival that is Croatia. In this third video, you see that the zone responsibility of this player is bigger than before. This has to do with moment of the game, or without player that is in the course, for example, can see that's how we can change, no? Okay. Sorry. Variable depth. Here in this video, we can see how the different depth is variable. I mean, this is depend of the different moment of the game or how we see the opponent, and also our player are in the course. Okay, you can see here that the second is high. To give you an idea, in some game, we have been with a more traditional defense system with a match deep, while in another game, it was more like similar to 3-3 defense. This was often our idea that the opponent will see a lot of spaces and therefore possibilities, and as they got closer when we close our position, you know. Right back that this player number 6 gives no age for us, but you can see it's like similar to 3-3 defense, but at the beginning, but when final the situation, we are closer, you know. Okay, it's closer defense. Okay. Vale, okay, adaptive. For me, this is one of the fundamental keys of our defense system, because it's allowed the coaching staff to have a different responsive to opponent attack. Here in the first video, you can see the match against, for example, Bahrain. Here we decide to play 5-1 defense in zone, where they used to finish their attack here in this zone. With this idea, we try to break their attack from left to the right, and it's similar to a safety roll defense, where we ask to the second defender, this player, to be very deep, or the playmaker or the left back that go into the center. Honestly, I mean, we think that it is an effective way to break the attack, and we work very good in this match. Okay, you can see videos, for example. Okay, this really to get press and increase his tip. Okay, and the third sweep position with the second. This is the match I told you before against Bahrain. But for example, here now we see the game of the final against Denmark, where the player number 10, this player, was a real headache for us, for our defense, and all the time we try to find solution to stop him. Here in this moment, we decide to put a defense in one side for stop him. We don't know do very well, especially honestly. In the first half, we tried to do 5-1 in this area. Okay, I mean, our advanced defender was following him wherever he was, center, left back, right back. And you can see here, he tries to that he didn't play comfortable. Now change position. We try to break the circulation of the ball of the team, of the Denmark team. Main objectives of the 5-1. Obviously, we try to do these two things: no goal and recover the ball. Okay, it's normal. Either not to concede a goal or to recover the ball. I think that this is part of any defensive system that a team can use, not to concede a goal or to recover the ball. How do we do it? We try to provoke passing error, mistake, turnovers, uncomfortable shot, complicated the circulation of the ball, the circulation of the players. Definitely complicate the offensive tactical system. When what guideline do we give our player when the other team when one to other team attack as far as possible? For example, attack as far as possible. The farther away the player are better for us. This is simple. It's farther to the goal is better for us. Then the second and the third are interconnected because it's the attack for a standing position, stop position, that they always start the attack with the standing player, stopped player. This is related to the next one, which is to attack bouncing on bounce. Okay. If this happens, it is normal that the next thing that the player does, if it is standing in a standing position, is to bounce the ball. The ball. He already gives up. If the player do that, give us some guideline to recover the ball or to defend with better guarantees, and it's like we try to do in match on match. May fall or not. For me, it's one a very important things or topic that we can discuss. For example, and finally, is necessary fall or not? I think that, for example, I think that I told you before that probably these are all related, and that many times one leads to the other. But for me, this is one of the most important, if not the most important. What is necessary to fall and what is not. Signs, for example, what the player are kids, we teach that that make fall is good for defense, and it's okay. I can agree with you with this, no? And I mean, for many defensive systems, may fall is beneficial, okay, but for Spanish 5-1, maybe not. If we want to recover the ball, we won't have to understand if it's better to fall, to make a fall or not. Maybe if we make a fall, we are giving another opportunity to the attack. So they can look for other alternative. They can look for another alternative to get goal or to score goal. It's better to guide the player to a difficult situation. For us, it's better to carry the player an uncomfortable situation for shoot, for example, or maybe it's better for us to steal the ball. Why for me is one of the main keys of our defense, and I think that where we invest a lot of time in training for our player understand this. I can see you can see our videos. By the way, you can see this how is in the player of the Croatian player. He started fat, but our different carry now close to make a fall to complicate the attack. Now you can see only 2 players with pressure, but at the last moment, this player increased depth. But you can see attack far away. Standing position. You can see that now this player bounces the ball. I told you before I connected. Another situation with German national team. Standing position. Make him to a standing position. And now it's easy for us to stop the attack. This player number 6. Standing position. Now change. One more time. And now it's similar to the other. Standing bamboozling is better for us. Don't have second choice or second opportunity to find the best solution, to figure out the best solution for the attack. Okay. Here, stop. Standing. And now he must bounce the ball. And it's a key for us to recover the ball, or the first time for have information to recover the ball. One more time. Stop it, standing. This is better for us. Now, one more player, standing player, bounce. And it's easy to us to make a fall with the left back, sorry. Bouncing, and our advanced read this situation and put the hand and stole the ball. May fall or not. Maybe it's better to leave the shot or concede the shot. Or it's a difficult situation. It's easier for our goalkeeper to save the ball. It's something that we train a lot we training a lot, that our player know that it's better to do a fall, or it's better make a fall, or it's better to concede a shot, for example, for our goalkeeper. Okay, what do we look for in our players? What things are important? Okay. Okay, marking to prevent the attacking player for getting past defense is normal. 1 by 1 or 2 for 2. This is something that our player have known or must know. Orienting the attacking player, forcing him to go to a specific area or of the course or to another defender. It's a better way for us. Defensive communication, very important. Power of the information. For example, my teammate must know that the pivot is going to block him or not. Where is it? This is very important thing. Switching opponents, very important. For example, specifically is in the crossing of player, or even in the 2 by 2 game, able to overcome block, the pivot, the attack pivot. This is a general rule. We always pass the block over the pivot. If we are too far from the goal, we can pass the pivot behind. But normally, of the common rule is that pass the block over the pivot. Proactivity. Our idea is influencing the attack, not the attack influence or our defense. We have to be main actor in this movie, you know. Focus on the ball. This is fundamental that our players are connected with this. That all players are able to steal ball. You have to be a continuous feeling of this, no? This is a personal opinion, and it's a topic to discuss. No, I think that currently we teach children from an early age to defend in closed system, very clear rules. I repeat, it is a personal opinion where I creating players who learn very fast collective tactic. But on the other hand, I think we are losing that focus or recovering the ball. And I mean, if in a school, for example, school class, we have made two teams, and we ask one team to pass and the other to steal the ball, we can see in a natural way who has the talent to steal the ball, and we don't limit it with collective rules, you know. And I think that our idea is a mix of both. Try to balance formal against DAA James, you know, understanding that then you can be work on acquire in training. Focus on the ball. You can see
el Ecuador de esta
video. Sorry.
segunda parte.
You can see all the players, different players stealing ball. This is more important, and we are very proud for this performance of the team with this thing that all the players have been able to steal ball to you can see another the exterior, the second, the third player, the advanced defender. And then okay. How does our system work? Let's see what we are looking for in the players according to the different position and our ABC. This is the main common guide in which we all work in the project of the Handball Federation, you know, specific characteristics and our ABC. Specific characteristics of different defensive position. Exterior first. We ask this defender to have a good, for example, good 1-by-1, to have a good vision of the defensive game to anticipate, especially in 1-by-2 situation. That it here, for example. This is very important, and we really invest many time in training for the outside player to be able to catch 2 or 3 balls per game. For us, is a lot, and maybe we are closer to the success, you know. And obviously, they have to be quick on the fast break, you know. Let's see some example to see what else we ask to them. This area responsibility. You can see, for example, what the first thing is that his direct opponent does not receive the ball. So that's specifically for the left back, cannot give the ball and pass, and so he has to use a bomb or start his attack in a standing position. For us is so how far the defender pressure the pass. Well, about the same height, you know, more or less here, no more, because never give the back to the opponent, you know. Vamos. As you can see, where is the player? The second video, we see that when the ball is far away, there are like the body work, you know. They have to be watching that the winger don't circulate behind our defense, you know, the back or the back. If our winger go, they can switch to give the chain ahead to the second defender, you know. And I told you before that these situations are very important for us, and they will see more example more ahead. When the opposite cycle, they have to switch player and be closer, you know. Here to anticipate, to this pass, to pressure this pass. for recover the ball or for make fall. Here, when the opponents goes to pivot, they have to switch player and be closer. But already I told you before, depend on the moment of the match, maybe of the opponent, scouting of the opponent, she go with him in 1-1 defense, or maybe prefer that he stay more closer in 2-2 defense, and this depends of that the study have done before, you know. In this situation, go far. The second, we ask this defender to have a good, control 1 by 1, and 2 by 2, of course, as well. This player, for me, are the ones who, I don't know exactly, can explain you. They have to have an effective communication with both the central defender and the advanced defender, you know. They have to be able to mark the pivot, have good anticipation and interception skills, and above all, they have to be able to interpret the depth that is necessary in some time or not, and sometimes for the opponent player, sometimes for the moment, sometimes because these players are better defender with a little depth, or not too much, depending on this kind of situation. Let's see videos.
En todo el mundial, 100% de efectividad que ya.
Marking the pivot and go front, in front of the pivot. This is very important and happen many times during the game. Okay. Yeah, you can see here, in this cut, we see how the defender is controlling the pivot, cannot go behind the center, and then how he make a few change opponent to one. He know which is his dedicated defender who go over him to not be in the same meters, you know. You can see now, change, the pivot cannot go there inside the triangle. And now change and recover the depth. Here, you can see, I was telling you before that together with the advanced player, he's the one who has to go the longest distance, no? Because go longest for helping his teammates, you know. Advancer, defender, this is together with the third defender, for me is the most important position in our system. The advancer defender has to be able to go a long distance to be able to interpret the offensive play, to be able to anticipate, and it has to have a very, very clear focus on the ball, has to have that competitive gene of stealing the ball that we're talking about before, and has to be able to make the game a little crazy, but at the same time having control or everything. Is important, the connection with the third defender for control. This for me is one of the most fun position, and also one of the most difficult to find. And we have been lucky in these World Championships with this generation, because we have been able to use 4 different defenders in this position, each one with their own particularities, but with many differences in common. And I think this position has given us a lot of in this world, in the World Championship.
Muy incómodo. España incomoda mucho con esta defensa 5-1. Ayuda muy bien y la verdad es que
conseguir la penetración, se va para atrás el central del conjunto.
You can see different player in this position. Two tall player, two not tall enough, but with a very good movement. And the third, well, the central is like a leader in the defense, is one of the most important players in the system. We have been able to use 3 players in this World Championship, which we are very happy with. So our idea has to be try to develop as many players as possible in this concept, so that in the future they can be in a senior national team. First of all, you have to want a big and fast player. This player for me has to be very connected with the advances player, because he's the one who has to give him the control when the advancer player manage the curves, you know. He has to have a good domain, obviously, of 1 by 1 or 2 by 2. About his fundamental characteristic is that he has to have a very important collective tactical intelligence to be able to anticipate everything that is going to happen during the attack or the match.
Vemos que están teniendo peligro.
Here, helping the advanced player. Here, anticipate and help his teammate. Now control the pivot all the time, taking, communicate to change position, change defender, change attack player, sorry. For example, here, control the opponent to take them to take him to him wake point, you know. Our ABC is okay, here it's going to see our ABC. Basically, it is to know how we work before, the most common procured that usually you can do it during the match. No, the common answer is the same for all the national team within the project of the Spanish Handball Federation. Well, then we begin. For example, situation. Well, he will see how the okay, central. Playmaker go to pivot, pass and go inside. Now the third have to do a triangle. Okay, we'll see the videos of changing a match. That must be aware to now. Over. He has to delay it a little bit more. Now the third build the triangle. Now if the advantage player take this player, now the second take this. Now the third is the top of the triangle, you know, and this must be aware that the pivot can go behind the third defender, you know. Now he has to be here, not down. Now delete a little bit more, change. They score goal, not goal here. Now aquí, here, this player can try to carry his opponent to the to weight point. Now is how is a little bit advantage to go there, and this is something that he has to control, you know. Now delete a little bit, change, increase, very good. And this player, depending on the match, go more depth or not. Help. Please. That's okay. One more time. Date, instruction, change. Must be aware to his opponent direct, make the change, okay. Pivot, okay. Now left back or right back, go to pivot, is the same, is similar. Now have to here change the advantage player continue with his opponent, that with the playmaker or with the center, and now change here for increase, go to the top of the triangle. See here. pass. He has to pressure a little bit more here for forcing him to go to the center. And now our defense have to be here because this player have a very good shot in 9 meters. You can see at the beginning of the game that 2 or 3 video calls are mistake of our defense that we try to figure out the best solution for this. We have to be confident to know that we can do better. Now, change. Nobody play in this zone. Right, the triangle. This player can be here. If it can be here, have to be a change or must be a change. Change communication. Now it's okay. Perfect. One more time. Pass without ball. They communicate to the other, the third player communicate to the other teammate. And now, here, open, be aware to the other opponent. Now, go to the other side, to the weak side, weak point. Okay, wing goes to pivot. The same, that change a little bit is similar. You can see a few different video. After this cross, now the wing goes to the pivot, change, and construction the triangle. This player with this guy, this player with this guy. And why we working on. Okay. A special situation that the teams had played in the Croatian U19 World Cup. Here we are going to see the different offensive situation that we have suffered, and that has give us headaches during the last World Championship. For example, situation 1-by-1. Many teams without pivot or removing the pivot 1-by-1 to our second defender or third defender also. Okay. Let's see. Many different teams can use this. I think that the beginning of this situation is here. He both our defender, he should have watched it to the bones more closely. Parallel feet of defender. Here the same. Feet and little defensive depth for the quality of this player. Open and give space for 1-by-1. Pedersen, he was a real headache for our defense, put us in a lot of tough situation. Open and give space for 1-by-1 of Pedersen. He was a real head edge for our defense. For example, we understand that, especially at the beginning, we should be in this match with Denmark. The beginning will be very closer together, further to him, for example, with Croatia, be more with deep, more with more depth. For try to defend, but now with at the beginning with Denmark, we decide to be more closer, and maybe it was a mistake or error for us, because we have to change all the time for figure out the best way for change a little bit the match and take 1 or 3 balls, because the Denmark in this match score goal in every situation, you know. Okay, one by one. The best thing is that increase depth, or maybe be more closer, depend of the quality of the team of the player that they have the fine, you know. Player crosser, you know, for example, with the most important thing here is the communication, and not losing sight or the view of our direct opponent. And also we talk to each other, will be able to change opponent more easily, as this is also depend on the moment of the match or the moment of the game, to be able to make a change, or that each defender continue with his direct opponent without defensive change, you know. Okay. Important here is that many times after the crochet, they make our different player to be farther back. It is important when this happens that they quickly gain depth to be able to continue pressing pass, making the attack player to be far away, you know. Here, chain, go down. We have to recover our depth, our best depth. Now, change player, communication, helping, and now we have to recover the ball, you know. Advanced problem, as we have talked about before. Advanced defender always try to make the game a little crazy, and obviously this also generates an important physical work. For this reason, the other team look for the mistake of this defender, you know. Okay, here you can see different some samples. We have to be looking for a mistake. Obviously, during the game, there will be a mistake. But the most important thing is to continue to have confidence in the system and in the player on the field also. From there also to the help or their own teammate to generate that collective feeling. even if it is not working, does that not mean that it can never work? You know, maybe at the beginning of the match, like I told you before, the final with Denmark, at the beginning, no, it was not the best performance of our team, but in the second time, we improved a lot. No, yeah, if the back of the ball is a problem for us. Now, help or not help, forget his opponent direct, go to all the pass is a problem, because also if you can steal 2 or 3, maybe you want that you think that you can steal all the passes. No, yes, this is a problem in many times. It was a problem in many times. And helping, pushing the man to the bones. Wing goes to pivot outside, many different teams. The wing does not return to generate advantage. We'll come back. You can see here. Now he started attack is the same construction the tal. Here we see several examples, but what he was really being curious of, that we must take into account that the advance usually take his direct opponent. I mean the central, but also depend of the quality of the wing. Can be a defensive change or not. For example, you can see many different national team put his best player in the wing for try to get advantage of this, and at this moment we make a change. Okay, you can see here it's there. Now you can see, for example, here put the winger with Pedersen, one of the best player of Denmark, and now make a different change, you know, with position between advanced player and third player. We get a ball. Ball, that is important, that when our defense have to be down. What is really important here is that they don't play behind the advanced player, who is somewhere in the lateral position, the side position. So the central defender must try to force the attack to go to the other side. And then when he recovers his position, the advanced defender returns to his play. As I said before, this is common rule, but it's modifiable or adaptable depending on the opponent or the moment. And for example, we have 2 advanced players that have 2 meters, and they can be in a second like a similar 6-0, and for us it's a advantage, you know. See here, this advanced player, no. It could be, but not. Here is the advanced player. Here it's impossible to go into, but our defense can be more depth, 9 meters. Here, 2 meters, defender can be there like a similar 6-0 defense, you can see. And it's possible they change and put in his normal position, you know. Now they continue, make a play, continue with him. If the other player bounce, give information for continue with the right back in this case. Now it's like similar to 6-0. Help him. Okay. C against 7 against 6. Sorry, this was something that really worried me a lot. The fact that the rival team will put 7 on the course. As some point, it was something that we tried during the summer, because we understand that as we have done very well in the last European Championship, and we thought that many teams might look for this option, force us to go down, to go to 6-0, but luckily we didn't have to use it much, and the truth is that we did very, very well. We alternative to situation, you are going to see that 5-1, that is more interesting, now 6-0 different to put big people on the course, you know. This is playing with, we try to break the circulation of the ball, that only play in one side is the sorry, and you can see. This is a Scandinavian Open. We try to break this attack. The advanced player have to do that. The playmaker go far away, and now this pass is from the exteriors to get doubt, make doubt to the others, and you can see for helping. Sorry. Helping now recover the ball. The attack go to the more comfortable for them. Now starting with the right back here. And now we try to, this player have to play here with not a lot of spaces for him. We accumulate more people here, and now this is a 2 meters big player, that this pass is so difficult and have a lot of information, have to be a love, you know, and have a lot of information for this guy to play a 1 against 2, you know. We tell him, for this guy, for the exterior, that stay here in 9 meters, and then go to the with his opponent direct, because many times it's more easy to the right back here to pass to the wing than to pass to the left back, because here I a lot of arm, you know, and it's difficult. Okay. We have to increase his depth. The second, now a solution, closer at the beginning of the situation, more spaces. When the attack is closer, 9 meters, we close the difference, you know. This pass, out of information for us. Okay, forcing, recover. Now all the people can move here to this side. But for example, this goal is a goal like 1 by 1. No, it's advantage for have 6 player or 7 player on the course, you know. Okay, now it's goal, but okay, we try to confident to the system because it's a goal, it's normal, but no, it's a bad situation for us. And the most important thing, closer to the other team's goal. This circumstance, the fact of using this defense has to be more than a game philosophy, because in the end, we are really closer to the other goal. If we want to have a high rhythm of the game, here we have an advantage. Not the fact that we can exploit that we can be closer and maybe lift player back as in fast break or after goal. For us, is I think that one of our best characteristics.
Y los en el ataque,
¿no?
¿sabes?
The people closer, the people running, 2 players behind us or 3 players behind us. We have to get goal this in this situation. Try to be the bench, the advantage for us. After goal also, maybe if one team do a 1 or 2 change attack difference, you know. Continue because it's don't have enough time. Statistics. Curious fact about 5-1 defense, Spain in the Croatian World Championships. You can see here the turnovers of the different match. Here is curious, like for example, against Czech Republic or Denmark, we get 28 or 21 turnovers. It's a very good number for us, but you have to balance with the other thing, no? That if you play a high rhythm, maybe you stall ball also, no? And the balance is the more important thing, you know. For example, here you can see 18.6 in mistake of the other team, medium, and Spain 11.1 is 6 point more or less of advantage for us. It's too much. It's a good performance of the team. And if you can see that, for example, that decrease a lot the turnover is with that we play with defense 6-0 than decrease a lot the steal, you know. You can see a key difference possession. Okay, sorry, no, it's not in English, but here is what is really interesting here is to be able to compare the different defenses and the pace at which we play if we use one defense or another. We have to understand that playing with 6-nail defense, we are going to go to certain position, and playing with 5-1, others. Here we can see the difference comparison. Well, I realized, excuse me, I look at the game in Bahrain. I forgot to put it was the lowest game of the whole world championship in the turn of position. We spent a lot of time defending in 6-0, yeah, a little bit in 5-1. And it's important to know that playing at certain speed leads us to a risk, and therefore to certain goal, and that can be more risk for us. We have to use play with one defense of another, depending of the game. If we want to not go so fast, not giving opportunity to the rival, that they could come back. And if we took a lead of, for example, 5 goals, if you change 5-1 to 6-0, you can decrease the rhythm. You have maybe closer to beat the team, the other team. You know. How do we train it? I will try to go more quickly because we don't have enough time. We show you a model, ABC model that all the selection do. It's a ABC model that at the beginning play 2 against 2. If the ball is in with the playmaker, this guy, the second guy, have to increase depth to force the right back in this left back in this case to go to the center. Vale? Okay. You can see difference time and now change. And this is like a side of course building the triangle, you know. Change, pass. Okay, we started with 2 against 2. Now change, go for 1 by 1 and try to figure out solution that then we have to be in or we could in see we have in a match, no? Now change 3 against 3 for defend more crosses player, you know, change with the same situation. Pass to super 2, but 3 by 3. And now here with the central block wall, try to prove the difference attack. Now center goes inside, go into the pivot, let back go into the pivot, and how we try to build the triangle for find out the solution, you know. Here you can see this session is similar to the all national team of the Spanish Federation. This exercise. Now pass to the 6 against 6. I put wing to go to the pivot. Now alternative all the things, crosses, 1 by 1, center go to pivot, left back or right back go to pivot. Try to now this is a little bit different. 2 against 2 exterior areas. We told you before that it's so important for us. If someone of this guy give us 2 or 3 ball at matches is amazing for us, more closer to beat the rivals. and play, first of all, 3 against 2, and then 2 against 2 in the exteriors area, Here is it combine various defensive actions. Here you can see this player go to the help, and we try to, the advanced player lose the view, the sign of his opponent direct, and then recover this view. He tried to increase depth to try to defend his opponent direct with a little bit complicated before, And the third action, sorry. And the third action, you can see it here, one mark. This player have to pass to the other side, to the other left back in this case, or right back or right wing, and this player have to be that this player receive the ball far away, no in this zone, because if do this, it's better for us, because give time to the second to recover his position and try to combine this situation, First, you can see 2 against 2, normal, like you have seen before, and now the 1-by-1 with difficulty in advanced 5th player. Okay, and pass. And this is we played many times. You can see at the first time playing 6 against 6. Okay, sorry. Normal. 6 against 6 normal, like a match. One position, and the second position, they give me the ball, and I pass wherever I want, and now this player that receive the ball only have 1 second and a half, 1 second to pass the ball, and the attack team have to give 10 pass for score 1 point, and we do this because it's better for us, because many times for stole the ball and for focus on the ball that I told you before, and it's a practice that is fun for us. You have to a little bit, maybe get a little bit crazy, and you have to be that all the people have a thumb and respect this, because many times it's a little bit crazy, but it's good because all the people is not only fun in the stiff philosophies, it's a little bit crazy, and you can stole ball and have this gene competitive, and I like it so much. We use it a lot. Okay. And you can see that what is the main thing, or one of the most important things that is similar, that the senior team we play. Sorry, we play. We try to do in the same line all the national team. Okay, then all of them have many particularities. like for the player or the concept of the coaches, you know, but have the same ABC. And it's easy to us because one player pass to the one generation to the other team, know how we work on, no? How we work, you know? And no start without no continue with the knowledge, you know. You can see similar change in one side, in your side, the triangle. How we work in there. Okay, thank you for your attention. This is this is all. That is, thank you very much for your attention. Here I can introduce you my other family, my staff, and the 405 generation of Spain, with whom we will continue the next year in the junior generation. And thanks again to the IHF for this invitation. I feel proud for this invitation, so thank you very much. Nothing, this is all. Greeting and thank you very much. It will go very well, and we will see it on handball court. Thank you.
Javi, thank you very much for the presentation. We still have some questions. One of them was already answered because it came at the start with the statistics. You had the statistics of the turnovers that other team, the opponents, had. One question is in regard, you said at the start of the presentation that Jordi Ribera, the senior Spain national team coach, also presented the 5-1 defense. And I noticed in Croatia that he was also there with the team. So how important is it for you to prepare, you as a youth national team coach, to prepare players for the senior team, to have the same understanding, to know the system, and for the transition to go very, very good?
For me personally, it's so good because we always have closer us. He leave that my staff prepare the match, whatever we want. Then many times we ask him to hear his opinion, because you know he's a top coaches in the world, and for me to learn from him is so good. But we work in the same thing, no? You know, now he's in a center here with 70 kids from, I think that from 14 years to 15 years working on this, no? That maybe in 2 or 3 years, 16 or 18 of this player stay in the national team, young national team, but they now is working on these ideas with this philosophy, and this is so good for us. And I think that is one of the best advantage for us.
There were many questions about the physical preparation for this defense, because everybody said that it's very important to be physically well prepared for this, because 5-1 needs more from the players than a normal 6-0. So is that true? And how important is physical preparation in conjunction with the 5-1 defense?
Oh, it's so important, no? It's very, very important, not only for this defense, because it's very tough or very hard, the world championship, no? 8 match, you have to give, for example, in 10 minute change or maybe 8-minute change, because you have to not only go to the match, to the other match that will come, or are coming, And for us is not only work in a handball rules in the Spanish Federation. We give keys about physical education, because many of these players maybe in their club have a one person to give guideline for improve physically, but maybe not, and I think that is so important, because all the national team work on this, and if you don't see that, or you don't see that this is something that is so important, maybe the other team go you back and maybe it's impossible for you to beat them.
Another question, or other questions, because there are plenty of those. It's a 5-1 or a 3-2-1 or a 3-3 at times for Spain in the clips you mentioned and we saw in the last hour. So can you enlighten us on that?
For me, it's a 5-1. Or for me, or for the team, for the players, it's a 5-1. Okay, but if you increase your depth, maybe I told you before, maybe you can see a 3-3 difference or 3-2-1. Okay, but maybe at the beginning. But when the attack start, we go to the more comfortable for us to go more closer or not, of maybe they fail or they starting attack in a standing position or bone, maybe go more deep. But for our philosophy, it's 5-1.
And another question, for teams that are not as highly developed as Spain, let's call them emerging nations, what would be the best advice for the coaches to start preparing and learning and implementing the 5-1 defensive system?
For me, the best is focus on the ball. Focus on the ball, and then when work a lot of time or spend many time in this, maybe you can put more strategies or more concept, more fixes or more stiff. But at the beginning, maybe you can put only 1 or 2 or 3 things for for kids, but leave the player to see what happened in the course, that realize for themselves, and then you can put your signature,
Javi, muchas gracias. Thank you very much for this presentation and for your answers. And on that, we conclude the 2023 IHF Youth Coaches Education Week. We had 8 webinars, very interesting. We all hope that you learned something from them. Once again, thank you very much, Javier, and have a nice weekend. And of course, the best week tomorrow.
You're welcome. It's a pleasure. Thank you very much. Gracias.